You are now listening to WSN Wolf Sports Network, live from the University of West Georgia in Carrollton, now an Odyssey station.
In the city of dreams,
three friends
return to the plate to strike out the semester, and we have our signature lineup of segments returning with Triple Play and Snake Your Case.
And we all have three separate lists. So that leaves me with Acuna with the 40-70 season at number one.
What was I saying before about what was my tough pickle spot?
Quarterback? No, what was it?
Tight end.
Tight end. Dude, that's everybody's
Guess who's going first as my tight end? Brock Bowers.
No! I knew that was
Don't worry, we're bringing you the best interviews and what's going on this weekend in sports.
And so much more.
So grab a drink
and some popcorn
and get ready to enjoy the show.
This is Triple Threat.
This is Triple Threat. Wolf Sports Network is back, baby. The first show of the week. So happy to be back on these Wolf Sports Network airwaves. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with a very special interview with none other than Brady McDevitt of UWG's baseball team. Brady, welcome.
What's going on, guys? I appreciate y'all having me out here.
Absolutely,
do this. It's
man.
Pretty exciting. I'm a huge fan, so let's get it going.
Let's go. I cannot wait. You know who else cannot wait? Your teacher is showing up to class because you were binge drinking alcohol.
Ooh. No. It's a no.
College students who binge drink alcohol at least 3 times per week were roughly 6 times more likely to perform poorly on tests or projects as a result of drinking. That is why the crafty Rabbit Meadery has joined Wolf Sports Network and Wolf Radio's Drink Responsibly campaign to remind students drinking should be done responsibly in an environment that discourages overindulging. Faculty will not take hangovers as excuses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know, this is usually where we go into, Wolves on the Run.
Yeah.
But guess what? We have a wolf sitting with us right here, right now. So why not get the rundown from the man himself? Brady, we're going to begin with a little bit of a interview type thing. Let's get to know you a little bit. First question, I have to ask it. I ask everybody, how do you feel about key lime pie?
Oh my gosh, is this like our signature question now? Golly.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of key lime pie.
I am 2 for 2 with athletes asking this question. I am so happy that's the only right answer, Brady. I am not a huge fan myself.
Man, that key lime pie hits me just a little bit, man. You know, I'm a big fan of it, but that stems from another episode. The one thing I'm curious to know, like, how's it been here since you've gotten to West Georgia?
It's been great. You know, everybody here is so nice and everything. I've been to a couple schools now, and West Georgia is definitely my favorite. I'm loving it here. It's closer to home. It's just a great place to be around. You know, Carrollton's a great town, and the coaches here and the teammates here are just great people and great, you know, supportive staff and everything. So it's been a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying it here.
Awesome.
All right, so I kind of have more of a baseball-related question because
baby.
I played. I wasn't very good, but I played. Like my entire career, I changed my batting stance like 1,500 times because
Righty or lefty?
I couldn't feel. I was righty, but
Righty,
I couldn't get comfortable. So my senior year, I started just copying Austin Riley's batting stance, and that I just used that the rest of the year, and it made me feel the most comfortable I've been. Is there like a player that you kind of tweak your batting stance with at all, or any part of your game, like any player in the big leagues?
You know, when I'm struggling with with rhythm. When I'm struggling with rhythm in the plate, I always go look at Barry Bonds, you know, his batting stance and stuff. Obviously, we bat different. I'm not the player Barry Bonds ever. I'm not even going to become close to that. But I always liked his rhythm with his hands, with the way he sways the bat before he swings it. It's really interesting to go in there and watch and see how he just is able to relax himself by keeping good rhythm in the box.
Look, I'm still trying to break the ice a little bit, but only because you brought it up. How do you feel about Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame?
I think it's crap. I think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. He's the best hitter of all time, and I don't think there's really a debate about that. And he should be in the Hall of Fame. It shouldn't even be a question. He's the best hitter ever. That's just how it is.
Yeah. You said struggling with rhythm. Man, that batting average does not entail any struggle with any rhythm. And also, if you do not know, ladies and gentlemen, Brady has a baseball game in T-minus 6 hours.
Something like that.
And this man is coming on the show. Huge props. Thank you. You know what doesn't have rhythm, in my opinion? pineapple on pizza. How do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
I completely agree. Pineapples.
I know, I
do
agree.
not
Oh, I
belong
agree with
on
that. I
pizza.
agree with that.
Not even close.
Let's go. Me and Brady, bro, we are on the same airwaves, baby. Let's go.
Gosh,
Yeah,
awesome.
pineapple on pizza just is not. That's not even. I don't even know how people could stand doing that. That's not even. Not even close.
It's wrong, bro. There's just things that need to be
I mean, no, I don't
separated.
think pineapples belonged on pizza. No, I mean, okay, but anyways, I want to know, like, is there like pregame meal? Like, what is there? Like, you got a favorite pregame meal that you know that? I mean, I know the team is probably stuck to one, but I know basketball is usually Olive Garden. Do y'all do something different than basketball?
Yeah, we've never had Olive Garden before.
Oh,
we're
okay.
only away games, and some of the times at home too, we'll get like Jersey Mike's, which is honestly
Ooh,
pretty good. You
that
know,
sounds pretty
I
good,
enjoy
yeah.
it. So I know some of the guys aren't huge fans of it, but I do enjoy it. But at my apartment, I always make some PB&Js before the game. Always got some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on standby.
Is that what you had this morning?
Not this morning.
Not this
That's what I'm
morning?
gonna have right after this.
All right, there
'Cause
you
after
go.
this, I'm gonna go hit early in the indoor facility up the road. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna make some PB&Js and then hit the road and go hit.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, is there any like superstitions? I mean, you're a baseball player, so I was asking you that. So, do you have like any like superstitions you do every single game, like before you play? Like, you step in the box a certain way? Do you like? Is there like things you just do exactly the same every single game?
Yeah, I step in the box. My I guess you could say routine from on deck to the plate is exactly the same every time. I like to do that. But one thing that's not a superstition I do before every game is pray. I pray a lot.
Ooh.
I pray on the field a lot because I struggle with certain things on the field that I need to control, such as my language sometimes definitely gets the best of me and anger. So praying is something that definitely helps me get through certain issues like that. So yeah.
Awesome. Definitely, yeah. I saw. So we went to the Georgia game, and we walked up after the game, and bro, you looked so locked in. Like, bro, everybody was like, "Hey, y'all did great, whatever." Brother, you were like the first one walking back to the dugout. You're like, "Bro, I'm done with this, bro." But no, I definitely love to see the energy that you bring on the field, and that's definitely a huge part of your game that we see.
Well, I appreciate it. I do appreciate that.
Speaking, kind of going on a little bit with that, how do you mentally prepare for a baseball game?
Like I said earlier, praying is a huge part of it. Just talking to the Lord.
The Braves ain't doing the greatest, but the one thing that's always that's just stuck around, it's been here in the station, it's in the headlines, torpedo bats. What do you think about them?
I mean, I think they're legal. They're definitely legal bats, and they're bats that excite the game. They were talking about a couple years ago switching the bags, making the bags bigger, which they did, and the pitch clock. It speeds the game up and it creates a more offensive-friendly game. And I think that's what the MLB needs is more offense right now. And I feel like the torpedo bat's a great way to keep that going. What do y'all think about it?
I'm with you. I like the way the torpedo bats are. This time last week we were having some arguments about it, but hey, it's such a small sample size for the games to start so far. So, but I like them. They're legal to me. You can use them.
Listen, I've had a little bit of a different,
You've had a different opinion, Jason,
than everybody about the situation. Also, you can't ask a batter if he's gonna like a bat that's gonna make him hit better. I mean, come on now. But no, in all seriousness, I think the game is doing a lot and has done a lot to benefit hitters and have negatively affected pitchers for a long time. Moved back the mound so much. Pitchers are continuing to get better. Hitters are continuing to get better. I think if you're worried about hitting the ball on the barrel, you need to learn how to pull in your hands a little bit more, or get a little bit of a shorter bat, and hit the ball on the barrel.
Coach.
That's just my opinion. We don't have to get too much into it because I know I'm in the minority in that stance. But we can move on with the next question.
Yeah, one thing I got to add to that, the way that I think it's good is the guy that did it, that created it was from MIT, right? He's like an engineer or whatever. He did a great job with moving the barrel down, helping specific hitters who have that problem. I know Anthony Volpe was one guy that was really using it, that really started off using it a couple of years ago. He wasn't even started this year. He used it, I think, last year or something like that. And it was because he was getting jammed more than not. And all they did was just slide the barrel down a little bit. And, I don't know how somebody didn't think of that sooner, but it's pretty impressive how much it changes everything.
Yeah, very ingenuitive, bro. A lot of science. Like, definitely tip your hat to thinking about it and, like, making a bat that's legal still and doing that. That's pretty impressive.
So talking about the bigger bags and everything about this, do you like having the second bag at first base? Because I was watching, I think it was a Tennessee game where a guy was getting picked off and he put his hand on the the bag like for the runners on the side, and he was still called out because he wasn't on the actual first base bag. So like, does that confuse you at all, or do you like having that?
Yeah, no, I mean it's both. It's definitely confusing at first because like certain times you'll get picked off and you got to get back and you got to make sure to stand on the white bag, even though I don't know why you couldn't stand on both, but it's also a good thing. So it reduces, injuries to first basemen when their feet are on the bag, because you're running down the line, you're running as hard as you can with your head down. I'm not necessarily looking at the bag. It's more muscle memory. And then if you look up and the guy's foot's right there on the top of the bag, you try to get out of the way and stuff. So it's good. It's good to definitely reduce injury. So, yeah.
Changing the vibe again a little bit, bro. I'm liking just being chill, laid back. That's what I'm about. What do you do in your free time? Do you play any MLB The Show? I mean, what do you do?
Honestly, I have not gotten – a bunch of my teammates have asked me to get the show. I have not gotten it yet. Even my brother's all over me about it. But one thing I do is I have a huge Lego collection.
Dude,
I build
no way.
a lot of Star Wars Legos. I build a lot of them. I got a big one for my birthday. My girlfriend and my parents helped me get one for our birthday, and it's called the UCS Venator. It's like 4.5 feet long.
Oh my gosh,
so
the Venator?
That's crazy.
Dude. So I spent about a week and a half building that. So I got a huge Lego collection. I do that a lot. And other than that, I play some Fortnite. I'm a huge Halo fan.
Oh, really?
So I play a lot of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, just hanging out, just a lot of stuff, kind of just calm me down. And then I get mad at video games sometimes. but the Legos definitely calms me down. I enjoy it a lot. It's definitely something I do in my free time.
Sorry, I had to look up the Venator again because that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Legos deep down. I grew up building Legos. But I guess kind of going back to just this season, like going up to like Georgia and Tennessee. Obviously, y'all almost took it to Tennessee and Georgia. Just how'd that feel, and also just like the environments up there and how their facilities are different. How that what'd you think about that? How'd you feel about that?
It was incredible. It was incredible going up there and being able to just play at that place. It's amazing how just how their fans are and how everything, like there's so many people there all the time. And it's amazing also how you go on Instagram and everything and you look and see the highlights and everything and how they won the World Series last year at Tennessee and then all of a sudden you're there. You're there playing against the same guys, some of the same guys that were there last year. You see on Instagram every weekend and everything from the NCAA. So it's just really cool being able to go up there and just play at that high of a level and not only play but compete.
Absolutely.
We held our own against some of the top teams in the nation, and I think that speaks volumes about our coaching staff and our team and our ability to compete against anybody we're playing with.
Yeah, definitely super cool.
All right, I got to get back to Star Wars real quick since you mentioned it. What's the best movie?
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I would say this is a hot take, but it's not. For kind of the new gen guys like us, it's definitely Revenge of the Sith.
Thank you.
It's definitely Revenge of the Sith. I know a lot of people, like my father, he's Empire Strikes Back. I mean, that's a great one, but it's, in my eyes, it's Revenge of the Sith all the way.
Last question?
Yeah.
All right. My last question is, what do you see? What does the future hold for Brady McDevitt? Do you see yourself coaching in the future? Do you see yourself, going somewhere else? What do you see for the Wolves' rest of the season?
Well, first of all, for our team and for everything, I think we're going to keep competing, keep playing the best baseball we can because we're playing good. We're playing good. Our 15-15 record ain't the best on paper, but we have had some good games. We're playing some of the toughest competition in the country. We're holding our own. It shows an L on the spreadsheet, but we're playing good. For me, I'm just going to keep on playing, just doing everything I can and see where the Lord takes me after that. Just controlling everything I can control, and the Lord will take care of the rest. So, yeah.
There you go. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we look forward to continuing to watch you this season. And you know what else we look forward to continuing doing? Some triple threat, baby. It's time for triple play.
There's one, there's two, and there's three. A triple play.
All right, it is triple play time. So, Brady, what we're going to do is we are going to rank 3 bat flips. John, what are they?
So our 3 bat flips we got are from 2015 with Jose Bautista. As everyone calls it, the iconic bat flip. Then you have Bryce Harper in 2019 when he returned to Washington after signing the $330 million deal with the Phillies. And then your final one, Jason and I took some time to look at this last night just to make sure, but is when Ronald Acuna hit the 30-60 milestone, and in another angle you see him just bat flip it in the background. And I think we're going to be able to show these, right?
We are going to be able to show these. So we got here first. What you're seeing here is Jose Bautista, 2015 ALDS. Bam! We are not sponsored or affiliated and get money from the MLB in any way, shape, or form. This is for your viewing pleasure of seeing that iconic bat flip that I'm sure you've seen plenty times before. We got number 2. We got Bryce Harper again. This happened in 2018,
2019.
Right after he signs that contract with Philadelphia. Insane flip. Now, this might be one of the best camera shots of all time. Bro, whoever got this shot deserves like $1 million. Because this, wow. So, and then to zoom in on Freddie and then the background watch, oh my gosh. And then just see that clip of Freddie. Bro, I mean, that's insane. Like, to think about to get that shot, I don't know if there was a director out there saying, hey, get Freddie if he hits a home run, or if this dude just had enough whereabouts to, like, understand, like, that situation and that past history and everything. That's insane. One of the greatest camera shots, I think, of all time. So, Michael, we will start off with you. How do you rank these iconic bat flips?
All right, Harper's going in the 3 for 2 reasons. Number 1, I hate him. Number 2, it's objectively the worst one anyway, so that really doesn't matter.
You a Bryce Harper hater?
I disdain the disdain I
Despise him?
have for him since I was 6 years old. Oh my goodness,
That's crazy.
just ridiculous. But all right, so number 1. I'll go number 2. I went number 3. Number 2, I'll put Ronald. I think it's a cool bat flip. Obviously, I think the camera angle makes it cooler because you've got Freddie sitting there watching it happen.
Oh yeah.
I think Bautista has to be 1. Like that's like I think that has to be the greatest bat flip of all time. Like I don't think that's really even debatable. So Bautista
You
1.
don't know if that's really debatable. That's funny. All right, Brady.
All right, number 3 spot. I'm gonna have to go Bryce Harper also.
Man.
You know, it was a crazy game for him. You know, he had a great game that day, obviously, and that bat flip was crazy. That's a crazy bat flip, but you know, considering the other 2 on the list, you just got to put Harper at 3. You know, I'm not a Bryce Harper hater necessarily, even though I am a Braves fan. But
It's never too late to hate him.
yeah,
Especially come playoff time.
Yeah, no, I as a Braves fan, I don't really like him, but as you know, a baseball player, he's great. You know, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's a great player, so you know, got to put respect on him. But in case of the other 2, he's number 3. Number 2 is going to have to be Acuna. You know, crazy milestone that he hit, crazy camera angle, crazy everything. One of the best ones we're going to see in our lifetime, but it doesn't add up to number 1, which was, you know, Jose Bautista doing that. And he actually went to the same JUCO as I did, and I got to ask him about that 2 years ago, and, you know, and he talked about it, and it was crazy, you know, what he said. He was like, you know, in the moment I just wanted to show it, you know, just show everything, just show it off, you know, just show it. And he flipped it, and it was crazy. You know, it is the bat flip. It's not just a bat flip; it's the bat flip. So yeah,
That's awesome, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's
super
that's
cool.
some insider. That's crazy.
I was not expecting that. All right.
Is it me?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
We're going in a circle.
You know, so obviously these bat flips are insane, and I mean the 3. Like the thing is I'm putting Bryce Harper there. Do I despise Bryce Harper? Yeah, I do. I mean, last night I was watching a YouTube video explaining how to explain all the MLB teams in 20 minutes. And the one thing, this is just because it was reminding me, it said that if you're a Braves fan, you hate the Phillies and you hate the Mets. Simple as that. But is this one more so I'm gonna do it on the hate of Bryce Harper? No, it's honestly, the story behind it is just he was getting booed. He struck out twice that day to, I think it was Max Scherzer. I think that's what it said. And then he just hit that bomb. It was a nice bat flip. But then for going for my 2 spot, obviously with Ronald, just the way he tosses it. And like we said, the camera angle. You see Freddie there, and he's just kind of looking, and he's like, why did you do that? Like, you can tell he's like, why did you throw that pitch?
No, what he's thinking. No, that's not what he's thinking.
Why am I not on the Braves?
Why am I not an Atlanta Brave is what he was thinking.
Blame that on his agent. And then obviously Jose Bautista. Honestly, what made me think about this week was seeing a Instagram reel with an insane edit to it. And yeah, when you say bat flip, that's what you think. And that man just he tossed it, and like you said, as he told you, he wanted to make the moment, and absolutely he did. So yeah, that's the list. I'm fearing that we might all have the same list unless Jason.
Absolutely not. We do not.
That's what I thought.
But before I get there, since we brought up Freddie Freeman, Brady, it just makes me think, who was a player, as a Braves fan, maybe, who was your favorite player growing up?
That's a good question. Gosh, I don't even know. I mean, I love Freddie Freeman. I've always liked Dansby Swanson. He's always been a cool guy, and I played for the same travel ball team as he once used to, so I actually got to hit with him several times one-on-one. And I've got like videos and stuff, to prove it. But he, he's a great person too. He's a great person. He's a great help and everything like that. And he knows what he's talking about, obviously. So I've always liked to watch him play. It's a little more kind of growing up as more grown up, but Freddie Freeman growing up, and then definitely Dansby Swanson is one of my favorite players just to watch because I just know, I got to talk to him outside of the field and everything, and he's just a great person. So, yeah.
Wow. That's super dope, bro. And then he had to go to Chicago to be with his wife because, bro, I mean, it does suck to see, Dansby, as far as the numbers say he has not been as productive in Chicago as he has been, or as he was with the Braves. But man, Mallory Swanson, I don't know why we're talking about this. Anyway, she's really good at soccer. She is really good at soccer.
She's really good at soccer.
Man, that is a power couple. Have you met Mallory? Did you get to meet
Mallory?
Mallory?
Actually. Some of the time she would be there to hit. She would go with Dansby Swanson for us to hit, and she would just be there, sit there. I never really talked to her, but she was always there. So I mean, it was interesting just to see, just those two talent levels just there. It's just different.
Two world-class athletes.
Yeah, it's just two top of the world-class athletes. It's just different being around them.
That's dope. I guess I'll stop stalling, and I'll go ahead and tell you my list in complete disagreement with you. Now, listen, I've caught some strays in the past saying he's a biased Braves fan. He's a biased Braves fan.
Jason, I was just about to ask you, is there bias involved in this one?
No, sirree.
Really?
All of those accusations get put to bed here today as I put Ronald Acuña's 30-60 bat flip in my number 3 spot. Now, this is because he wasn't done. His fight, and listen, that moment is iconic because, one, it's a grand slam, absolutely insane, and he just he created a category for himself. But he wasn't done. He went on to have a 40-70 season. And, the bat flip itself, we're ranking bat flips. It was cool. He didn't showboat it so much. It was a bat flip, iconic, cool. Camera angle gives me chills as a camera guy myself. Whatever. But dadgummit, I love the storyline for my number 2 spot. Bryce Harper in 2019 gets traded to the Washington, or gets signs with the Washington. He gets signs with Philadelphia. He goes there in his first game back home in Washington. Absolute blood, freaking ice cold veins. Pimps that and does that home run is iconic. I'm one of those guys, although I've seen Bryce Harper torture my Braves and the NL East my entire career, the dude is a great guy. Off the field, he is one of the greatest guys you'll ever meet. He is a fierce competitor, and you know what? I respect it. He's done nothing but show respect to Acuña in the past. He's corrected fans on how to say Acuña.
I was just thinking about that.
He shows respect, and he competes to the highest level when he's on the field. And I actually seriously do respect almost everything about Bryce Harper's game. So I love that moment. Good for him. And you know what? Good for the Nationals. Because they said, okay, we're going to get rid of you, and we're going to win the World Series. So everybody got their moment. Everybody's happy in that scenario. Now, one little part of Jose Bautista's bat flip that nobody's brought up, and Brandon brought up to me before the show, was that fight the next season with O'Bear. That moment in the postseason. Now the Blue Jays did lose in the ALCS, but that brought the next season one of the cleanest punches in MLB history as Jose Bautista got freaking decked in the freaking face. That is an insane, bro. That was true.
You were breaking it down before the show. You're like, man, that's the cleanest punch right there.
Oh yeah, I gave some Glizzy Goblin energy, bro. It was a clean slap to the face, bro. He got absolutely told who the business was. So again, everybody got their moment in that bat flip, bro. That you can't have more energy than that. So that's my take. You know what else is my take? It's time for a song break.
This is Jackson Schrader, and you're listening to Triple Threat, now live on Wolf Sports Network, Fridays from 11 to 12.
Hey, do you want to be part of Wolf Sports Network? Yeah! Well, I have some good news for you because you can join us. Woohoo! So if you want to learn more about this, go to wolfsportsnetwork.com and click WIT Sports Program. With becoming a WIT, you expand your knowledge in the sports radio world and join our ever-growing family.
New face over there, you're not tripping. We got my guy JT over here shadowing the board. He's running through the WIT program right now. Brandon, how you feeling, baby? Welcome to Sports
I'm feeling
Fan.
great being on here for the first time.
And we can't wait to meet you once you join us.
Wolf Sports Network and Wolf Radio are coming together for the concert event of the year. Wolfstock, baby! That's right, Wolfstock is back with great music and fun games and a great time for everyone around. April 21st, 6 to 9 in the Campus Center Ballroom. So come out for a good time. Wolfstock 2025 is brought to you by Flagship Carrollton, Dine West, The Orchard, Illuminated Productions, and American Pie Pizzeria. Sports fans, are you looking for a show where you can see other sports fans sharing in your misery and excitement? Then Sports Out of Pocket is for you, because we're fans too, and we experience our highs.
Bertigine is not a safety. He's just a corner who will lock down your number one.
And our lows.
Trayshawn Ward. Screw you, buddy. You were on our team last year, and you gave us no mercy, okay?
So join us every Wednesday at 5 to cheer and boo along with us, only on Wolf Sports Network. Wolf Sports Network is going to have you covered with content for every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Sports Pack is bringing you all the news in the sports world today on Mondays and Thursdays at 6. Sports Out of Pocket is bringing you sports commentary with a comedic twist on Wednesdays at 5. And sit back and relax and grab your favorite snack, because Triple Threat is bringing you the chill content on Fridays at 11. And the Playbook is going to be bringing you all of the sports news going on in the college world on Tuesdays at 6. So make sure you're tuning in Monday through Friday for all the content Wolf Sports Network is bringing you this semester.
So, Brady, we brought up movies a little bit earlier. Are you any much of a reader?
I honestly am not a huge reader. I do wish I was, but I'm not. The only thing I've really been reading lately is my Bible. I've been doing that better and better. Honestly, no. The other than that, the last book I read was a Halo book. It's called
really?
Halo Shadows of Reach. I read that. That was a pretty good one. But other than that, I don't really read very much.
Really? So you're a big fan of literacy rates, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So is Wolf Sports Network. And so with that, Wolf Radio and Wolf Sports Network are proud to help reduce the 21% of adults with low literacy rates. We are collecting new and gently used books for every UWG pre-K student monthly. Gift today by visiting wolfradio.com/book drive. That is wolfradio.com/book drive. It's time for Snake Your Case.
It's time. To snake your case.
Oftentimes, everybody's favorite segment of the show, Snake Your Case. Michael, what are we doing today?
We were drafting our own MLB lineups today.
Drafting our own MLB. So we're going to do AL, NL, and current for the record. Now, we always do it. We have our guests pick the order. So this is a traditional snake draft, Brady. So who's getting the first pick?
Let's go in a circle. You go, and then we'll go like this. I'll go last.
We're going in a circle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I want to hear all y'all's before I go. I'm curious.
Wow, I'm getting thrown on the spot because I haven't done it. Okay. Wowee. So I guess I'm going first here. And just to clarify, we are doing a full MLB lineup, or is there a restriction to it?
Full current MLB lineup with a DH. We're going to do
one starting, one relief?
One starter, one reliever. And how many outfielders y'all think, boys?
3.
Might as well go 3.
Might as well go 3.
We'll do 3. That's 3, 6, 9, 12 outfielders. I hope y'all are ready, boys.
Golly.
Let's go.
Okay, wow, this really throws me on the spotlight. But first thing I'm thinking of right away is a catcher. And I feel like you got to have a solid catcher behind the plate. And there's one man that I've always loved over in Baltimore. Give me the Rutsch Bus and Adley Rutschmanson.
Adley Rutschman.
Rutschman? It's not Rutschmanson? Oh, okay, great.
All right. See, the other thing is, too, I'm going to have to write these down, which is, oh, man, fun
they
for
all
me.
have to be different. We all have to have different ones?
So if somebody takes your player, you cannot
yeah,
have
you're
that.
right.
You
You're
cannot
right. I
have.
didn't know that.
Yeah, you cannot have a player that's been picked. These
Oh,
are.
well, I'm going to have to look this up.
Oh yeah.
Once you threw me right on spot, I was like, crap, I'm screwed.
All right.
Dang.
So you know what I'm gonna go ahead and do? It was done last year. I think I'm gonna have to just go ahead and grab a pitcher. And you know, there's a lot of
So
great
many.
ones out there, but I'm gonna go with probably this year's NL Cy Young winner, Paul Skeens. I mean, the dude throws lug ass, and I mean, he's great, bro. He's the first player in MLB history through his first 25 starts to have a sub-2 ERA and like 175 strikeouts. Insane stuff.
I don't know how he's at 3, but I'll take Ohtani as my DH. I don't know how he
that's fair.
got this far.
Hey, man, look, we're all different, right?
My first pick, I'm gonna have to go with the pitcher, and I'm Braves biased. A lot of mine are probably Braves, but definitely Chris Sale the year he had last year. I'm hoping he'll be able to keep doing it this year.
And it's back to you.
I hope so. Yeah, you get another.
yeah.
You get
I get
pick.
another one.
Yep.
All right. Gosh, let's see. I'll do an outfielder. Give me Bryce Harper. Give me Bryce
Ooh,
Harper.
okay.
Just talked about him. Let's go.
Yeah, give me Bryce Harper. I know Braves bias, whatever, but I want Bryce Harper on my team. So yeah, I got Bryce Harper.
Take Aaron Judge.
Ooh, okay.
Aaron Judge.
Okay.
All right, hold on. My poor brain. I will go ahead and do. I'll go ahead and get an outfielder too. We're gonna have to go with Juan Soto.
Ooh, okay.
I think I'm doing Juan Soto.
Ooh, all right. Okay. Well, I was looking through it as I've got up here on the screen, just a bunch of statistical leaders right now. But for some guy who's having a resurgence, a man who's always injured, I would definitely love to have Mike Trout in my outfield, dude. I think I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to curse the man.
Please don't. He's on my
don't.
fantasy team, so
Yeah.
so please.
And
do
then
not.
I think I'm gonna go second base here. I'm gonna go with Ketel Marte, especially after signing that big deal in Arizona. Stud. He's got speed. I really like him. Always, kind of has been a fan of him. So give me Ketel at second base.
Absolutely. Does this go back to me? I'm gonna go with the best third baseman in the league, in my opinion, and I'm going to get Mr. Jose Ramirez.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm thinking about this for a second.
Yeah. No, we're kind of all struggling here, aren't we?
Hey, you take all the time you want. Currently, you have Ohtani as your DH and your outfield spot.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get an infielder. I'll go Corey Seager.
Oh, okay.
Corey Seager, shortstop.
All right, I'm gonna go DH next. Little Braves bias right here, but definitely Marcelo Zuna.
Big Bay is always a good way to
Me
go.
and my brother, we love
Had that
guy.
walk off.
Yeah, I had to walk off last night. What time? Like 1:15,
Yeah.
1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 1 in the
Snoozing.
Don't let him heat up. Gosh, I don't know. This might be a hot take. I'm gonna go a rookie here. Also a little biased because I grew up with him, but Christian Campbell. I'm gonna take Christian Campbell as my second baseman.
Whoa, what's the story with that?
I just grew up with him playing. He's from the same area as me. We're always on the same team growing up. We played for the East Cobb Astros together for a couple seasons. So yeah, and we also went out to eat a few times this
There
past
we go.
break and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna go Christian Campbell.
Bro's got the connections. Now, what position? Because I'm pretty sure he can play multiple positions. What position are you drafting him for?
I'm gonna take him as a second baseman.
Okay.
Okay.
Also because he's swinging it really well right now. He came out swinging it well, and I don't think anybody else is gonna take him. So I'm gonna take him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's all yours, buddy.
Let me get Tarek Skubal.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what a picture.
Yeah, for sure. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and just get the best reliever in baseball, and I'm gonna get Emmanuel Clase.
Okay.
Yeah, can't beat that, baby.
You know what? Since I got back-to-back picks, give me Freddie at first base.
Dude, back-to-back picks is insanely elite, bro.
Yes. Give me Freddie at first base, and then, you know what? Give me Ellie De La Cruz at shortstop.
Shut up. Most overrated player in all of baseball, in my opinion.
Oh,
I think me
great.
and Jason are on the same page on that.
Thank you. He's flashy, and that's all he is.
He's just a highlight reel.
you know-
Literally. I'm so glad I have people that are in agreement with me. I guess. Oh wait, you have. Oh frick. I was about to pick Harper, and then.
Yeah, he's got Harper.
Oh! I'm gonna pick the best first baseman in the league. He's got under the radar. I'm gonna go with Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Okay.
Go,
Sign that $500 million deal.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. Good for him.
Good
bro.
check, man.
Good for him, bro.
I'm gonna take Mookie here.
Oh,
good call.
outfield or shortstop?
I'll put him in the outfield.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
maybe I shouldn't ask that question.
Maybe, yeah.
Jason, you might be doing
Oh wait,
yourself
you
some
had
damage.
you had to do outfield
Yeah, I had to put him
because
in there anyway 'cause I had Seager, yeah.
Seager. Yeah. Oh, are you writing down y'all's own list?
Nope. It's all
I'm
you.
writing mine down.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't remember him, but
Oh, well, that's what I've been doing. So if y'all are
Oh,
gonna be doing
okay,
that,
okay.
then I'll not worry about it so much.
Oh,
wait, is it mine? Oh wait, no.
no, this is me.
Okay.
I got first base. I'm gonna have to take Matt Olson. I'm gonna have to take him. You know, he's not having the best season right now, but
That's
he's
fair.
gonna heat
That's
up.
fair.
He's gonna
Yeah.
heat up.
Absolutely, bro. One of the best in the business.
Another outfielder. I'm gonna have to take Michael Harris Jr. as well because he's gonna heat up also. They're gonna heat up. I'm holding out faith in my Braves.
So, are you gonna put Olsen as your DH since you have Bryce Harper as your first baseman currently?
Oh gosh, I messed that up.
We can do that. We can just pick any player and we can put him in our DH.
Well, I already have
that's-
Ozuna as a DH.
Oh, you do.
Oh.
gosh.
So
okay. I will say Matt's secondary position is left field. I don't think he's ever played it in a game. But
Dang, look at you.
Nah,
I would have.
we can't. We couldn't do that.
Hang on, let me
do
think of a. Let me think of a another guy then. Gosh.
You have 2 outfield spots available. You got third base available. There's a third baseman for the Atlanta Braves.
Give me Alex Bregman at third.
Alex
Ooh.
Bregman, dude, he's popping off.
Yeah,
with,
give me him at third. I'm gonna have to take him at third. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna get Austin Riley. Third.
Austin Riley, man, he's just been underperforming, man. He had a down year last year. Still a pretty good year. Has had a rough start to this year. He hit a home run the other day.
He's heating up though. He played 12 games. There we go.
I understand. Who do I got? I got outfield spots available. I'm going to go with, we talked about him earlier this year. Outfielder, sophomore season. I think he just recently got hurt. I'm going to go with Jackson Merrill.
Ooh, I had that in sight.
Jackson Merrill.
Jason, what spots do I have open left? It's third base, pitchers, and something with my outfield, right?
You have... Yeah, you have 2 outfield spots still available. You got a third base. Yeah, you got,
Okay.
and you do not have a pitcher yet.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. How many outfield? 2 spots in the outfield.
You have 2 spots in the outfield.
Okay. No one's taken Jose Ramirez at third base, have they?
I have.
Darn it! I knew. Okay, that's why it sounds so familiar to me. Then.
Come on, you cheater! You're looking at the board. You can't pick a player.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to double up there.
You already have Mike Trout in your outfield. Come on, Johnny.
All right. Well, you know what? Just for third base, just for the sake of it, give me Nolan Arenado, and then for my outfield, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Dang, you really took my pick there with Merrill, and he's a stud, certified stud.
He is very good. There's a lot of great outfielders, though.
Absolutely, there's still a ton out there. Wait, I could have sworn he played a different position. Jose Altuve,
Jose Altuve at second base or outfield?
left field.
He's been struggling catching some fly balls, has he not?
He's been struggling on defense.
Trying to make an adjustment there.
He's been struggling on defense, but dude, that bat has been so productive this
he's
year.
been swinging it now.
Bro,
he can hit.
I was worried about that because, for you, really quick, whenever you have an error in the outfield or you have a mistake in the outfield on defense, does that ever affect you when you're coming up to the plate in the next inning?
No, you can't. I mean, you can't let
Short-term memory?
Yeah, you're gonna have to have short-term memory. You can't let that affect you out there, especially because baseball is a funny game. When you get out there and something goes wrong, the ball's going to come back to you every time. Like, I'm gonna get another ball soon, and when I do, I'm going to make the best of my opportunity with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 5 minutes left. Yep. We are doing just fine, I think.
Some time allotment.
We are doing just fine, I think. So I have second base available too. Man, Ketel Marte has already been taken. Jose Altuve's been taken. Man, there's a lot of.
I know what spot I also forgot to take. Great.
And there's some good second basemen out there. But dude, somebody who's under the radar, I think is gonna have a great season. I'm just kind of blanking right now, but Bryce Terang, bro, stole 50 bags last season. Has got the speed, bro. He's been hitting the ball so efficiently this year. I'm gonna go with Bryce Terang. Underrated pick right there. Don't sleep on that.
The best second baseman in baseball, Ozzy Albies.
Hey.
Oh, how did I not think of our own guy?
I was thinking. I don't know how you're not picking Ozzy.
How did I not think of our own guy, bro? That's insane, bro.
I got for my shortstop. I don't know how he fell this far, but Bobby Witt.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
I was hoping none of y'all would pick him.
Bro.
And then I got
no shot.
One more outfielder, so this will be second out of three. I got Pete Crow Armstrong. I think he's gonna have a solid year. I think he's playing well. I love the way he plays the game. He plays it with his hair on fire every single pitch. So he's fun to watch, and I'm glad I got him on my team right now.
Dude, I cannot believe I forgot about Bobby Witt Jr., bro. That's insane. Also, I had Pete Crow Armstrong on my fantasy team until I did just drop him. But
no, I thought you said you can trade him away
he's
or
gonna
something.
He's going to heat up.
Yeah, he's doing just fine though right now. All right, buddy. What you got? Who was your last pick?
Let's see.
Oh, you picked him Ozzy.
Yeah, I picked Ozzy last. Think about this.
You got an outfield spot. You got a relief pitcher. Don't forget them relief pitchers.
Do you need a relief pitcher? I'm gonna go Teoscar Hernandez.
Okay.
Oh, good outfielder. Good outfielder. So that leaves me next. And listen, a guy that y'all are sleeping on probably because he's injured. Bro, I cannot believe it though. Finishing out my outfield, I'm going to have to go with the guy we were just talking about, having a 40-70 season, Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr. himself.
Dang, he didn't get picked. Dang.
No.
Just because he's on the IL, baby, doesn't mean he ain't a ball player. Acuna. It's Acuna.
Okay, well, I realize I'm also missing a DH. And you know what? I'm just going to get my justice for last season. Give me Brent Rooker at DH. And then I'm going to need a pitcher as well. And you know what? He's in Gwinnett. He's having absolute fun out there and making people look silly. Spencer Strider is my starting pitcher.
Yeah, that's a good. We got some fireballing starting pitchers right now. Let's go. Strider's, bro, killing it. All right, we got 2 minutes left. Who do I got left? I got my outfield taken care of. Second base, third base, first base. That leaves me with shortstop available. Has Francisco Lindor been taken?
No, he's not.
He is not.
Francisco Lindor, baby.
It's a good pick.
That is a pretty good pick. Mr. Smiley himself. Bro, you've been smiling. Are you Mr. Smiles on the do you have a nickname?
Nah, I don't. I'm just a happy guy, I guess.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
You don't have no nickname on the field, bro?
Stud.
No.
Anyways.
I'm gonna get Mason Miller.
Okay. Ooh, that.
Oh,
That's
as
smart.
your relief pitcher?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Does that round out your team?
I need a first baseman still. That's the last thing I need.
All right. I think this will round out my team with these last two. I got Josh Hader as my relief pitcher. I think so. You're going to pick? Yeah, I got Josh Hader.
You read my mind, man.
And he, I don't know how he slid under the radar, but he's there. And then my last outfielder, once again, don't know how he fell, but Fernando Tatis Jr.
Oh, my God.
But I think that rounds out my team. I think I got a pretty good one.
Dude, that is a pretty good team.
Those
Those are pretty good picks to round out right there. Yeah. Dadgum.
Gravy.
You said you were worried about this thing, and you went out there and you killed it, man.
Let me get Pete Alonso to finish.
Pete Alonso.
Gosh,
that's a good pick too. Am I missing somebody? I have to be, right? If y'all are still picking somebody,
I would say so.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think you have a DH.
I have DH available. Who's DH in these days? Man, Ohtani is obviously the best DH. Man, who's DHing? Oh, I know who's DHing. Rafael Devers is DHing this year.
Oh, my God.
Rafael Devers, man, the Mr. Skid himself, but he's picked it up, and that is definitely a great ball player right there. Let's go. Rafael Devers.
I need a reliever and I need one more outfielder? I think.
I don't know, John.
Dude,
I do know. You need a relief pitcher.
Okay.
And you need
an outfielder,
an
right?
outfielder, yes.
Okay. Since I'm kind of straggling here, I'll go Trent Grisham as my final outfielder, and then for my reliever, Aroldis Chapman, Mr. 100 himself.
Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, I don't know how to say the name sometimes. Whoops. Yeah, and I think that rounds it out, does it not, Jason?
That does round it up. Do we have time to say these teams?
Yeah, just run through the teams. That's fine with me.
All right, so we got John's team's got Adley Rutschman, Mike Trout, Ketel Marte, Freddie Freeman, Ellie De La Cruz, the most overrated never mind. Nolan Arenado, Jose Altuve, Brent Rooker getting his little payback. Spencer Strider's a starting pitcher. You got Trent Grisham in the outfield, and who was that last pick?
Chapman.
Aroldis Chapman, Mr.
Chapman.
Washed up himself.
Mr. 100. You should have seen him last night. 102 consistent.
102,
yeah.
Yeah, but dude, he
is washed.
He's washed. All right, we got me. I got Paul Skeens. I got Emmanuel Clase, my relief pitcher. I got Juan Soto, Jose Ramirez, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Jackson Merrill, Bryce Terang, don't sleep, 50 stolen bases, Acuna, Lindor, and Rafael Devers. Mr. Michael, you have your team written down, but I have it as written down as well. I have Ohtani, Judge, Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, Tariq Skubal, Ozzy Albies, Oscar Hernandez. You got Mason Miller as your relief pitcher, and Mr. Pete Alonso. And now, Mr. Brady, guess, bro, went out and swept. We got a little bit of Braves, a little love here, but, dude, rounded out pretty well with Chris Sale, Bryce Harper, Marcelo Zuna, Christian Campbell, Michael Harris, Alex Bregman, Pete Crow Armstrong, Bobby Witt Jr., Josh Hader, and Fernando Tatis Jr. That'll round us out for Snake Your Case. We'll be right back, everybody. It's time. To keep listening to Triple Threat on Wolf Sports Network.
Hey, do you want to be a part of Wolf Sports Network? Yeah! Well, I have some good news for you because you can join us. Woohoo! So if you want to learn more about this, go to wolfsportsnetwork.com and click WIT Sports Program. With becoming a WIT, you expand your knowledge in the sports radio world and join our ever-growing family.
New face over there, you're not tripping. We got my guy JT over here shadowing the board. He's running through a WIT program right now.
Brandon, how you feeling, baby? Welcome to Sports
I'm feeling
Pack.
great being on here for the first time.
And we can't wait to meet you once you join us.
Wolf Sports Network is content heaven for a sports fan, but their show Sports Pack is my personal favorite. Sports Pack airs on Mondays and Thursdays from 6 to 7 on Wolf Sports Network, filled with fresh personalities, funny moments, and piping hot takes, along with call-ins that allow listeners to get in on the action. Check out Sports Pack every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 7, only on Wolf Sports Network.
Wolf Radio and Wolf Sports Network are bringing you Wolf Stock 2025 with great performances from Bliss, The Ties That Bind, and Eva Rose and David Pippin. Wolf Stock 2025 is brought to you by Flagship Carrollton, Dine West, The Orchard, Illuminated Productions, and American Pie Pizzeria. So don't miss out on the concert event of the year, April 21st from 6 to 9 p.m. in the Campus Center Ballroom. Wolf Sports Network is going to have you covered with content for every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Sports Pack is bringing you all the news in the sports world today on Mondays and Thursdays at 6. Sports Out of Pocket is bringing you sports commentary with a comedic twist on Wednesdays at 5. And sit back and relax and grab your favorite snack because Triple Threat is bringing you the chill content on Fridays at 11. And the Playbook is going to be bringing you all of the sports news going on in the college world on Tuesdays at 6. So make sure you're tuning in Monday through Friday for all the content Wolf Sports Network is bringing you this semester.
All right, Brady, McDevitt, everybody. Hey, give him a little bit of a round of applause. You know, if you're sitting there on your computer, give him a round of applause. Game day, great day. What do you know about, and I asked Horace Watson the same question, how do you feel about pregame fits?
Oh man, they're nice. I wish I was more into them. I love looking on Instagram and seeing football players always are infamous for the pregame fits, like NFL players and stuff. But I wish I was more into that. I'm not a huge fan of that. Like I personally don't do it, but I would do it if more people on our team did it. But none of us really do it. But I like it.
Bro, stand out, bro. Be like Bryce Harper because, dude, he be looking good, and whenever he's looking good, he feels good, and that boy plays good. And guess what? You can do the same with some merch from Wolf Sports Network. When it comes to fandom, nothing matters more than the fit. The logo you wear solidifies your love. Now you can be a Wolf Sports Network fanatic with our brand new merch store powered by Ozier Apparel. Visit wolfsportsnetwork.com and click About. And now it's time for This Weekend in Sports.
This Weekend in Sports.
Jason.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying. We make the best stages.
Okay,
baby.
yeah, we make the best stagers. Shout out to Schrader. This is the part I always think about Schrader. On a flight right now, I believe. Buddy, I hope that it's smooth sailing, that you're flying all nice, you got a nice air flight attendant, whatever. Hopefully you're watching Triple Threat. Anyways, we have a loaded weekend in sports. We got golf going on. We always got baseball going on. Boys, you want to tell me a little bit about the
Hold on.
No.
Stop. Look, we've been off air for the week, right? What happened this week on Monday? The Florida Gators beat the Houston Cougars
haven't got
the
to talk
national
about that.
championship. And here's the one thing I got to say, because we were just talking about this for the show.
Whatever.
You are looking at your WSN bracket champion. I won Mr. Andrew Jefferson last. I have the punishment. I'll make a reel for it. It'll get posted, and you'll see it on one of the Sports Out of Pocket episodes. But your winner is right here. And now, no. Listen.
We have a little bit of a controversy.
Yeah.
If Out of Pocket was on this week, it would be their controversy
segment. Might just be, It
might just be. Listen, I technically had the best bracket. I had the best bracket.
But what happened,
in the WSN
Jason?
league.
But what happened?
So what happened at the beginning was I submitted my bracket. I'm in like 3 brackets, right? I'm in another bracket with all these dudes too. This is how I even know I'm ahead of John. But man, the thing just kind of glitched out. I guess ESPN Fantasy just kind of glitched out, and I wasn't in it. I didn't know I wasn't in it until like midway through the round of 64. And I'm like, boys, hey, I didn't mean to do this. My bracket's kind of cooking right now. And comes to find out, I did score the most points at WSN currently. Listen, I'll let you have your social media clout. You can have all you want.
Look, you weren't in it.
I don't need the recognition.
Listen, you weren't in it. You weren't in it, and so therefore you are not the champion. If you're not in it, look, hey, you ain't first, you're last. All right.
I will never again root for the Gators, but congratulations to the Gators winning that game. It was a great game. The games was played. It
was actually an awesome game. I'll say that.
It was a great game. Hats off to the Gators, and man, it sucks for that player on Houston just knowing that the clock's running down and he cannot touch the ball. Like that has to be such a deflating, no pun intended, moment for him. But hey, guys, we have this weekend, and we have a pretty big golf thing of a bobber going on right now. Do you got any scoop on that, Michael?
Yeah, I've been I can't talk. We've only had one day so far. But I was surprised to see Justin Rose having a 3-stroke lead after day one. That was not something I was expecting.
Here at the Masters, you think a guy like Justin Rose, you look at him, looks a little bit older, you're like, dang. You're like, what's going on with him? But as of right now, the leaderboards currently for first, second, third, and tied third, you got Justin Rose with 8 under, and then he's 1 under through today. Then you have Bryson DeChambeau climbing up. He's 3 under through today, 6 under total. Then you have Ludwig Aberg, I think that's how you say it, at 4 under. He's even through today. And then tied third, you have Scotty Scheffler, the fan favorite to win it this year, and Corey Connors, both teeing off later today. And then really throughout this, you got Bubba Watson down there tied 16th. But there is one player I want to find because we were talking about him way early before the show. Nick Dunlap, plus 18 on the day. Now, here's the funny thing about Nick Dunlap and yesterday. Look, young guy, I understand. He shot a 90. you think it'd be on 3 putts or it'd be on a chip over the green or whatever. No, it all came down to the tee box and being in the fairway. Heck, he may have not even found the fairway, but he never 3-putted when he was on the green and everything. And it's just funny to see that headline. I saw this, like, people were breaking down his whole stats, saying that, like, he was much better with putting than he could when even grabbing a driver. He should have just played with his putter the whole entire time. So I wanted to point that out with Nick Dunlap. It's kind of funny to see that, but he's about to tee off here in an hour, so we'll see if it's a better day for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a big golf guy. I'm more of a Happy Gilmore type.
You don't like pimento cheese sandwiches? We learned last year.
Oh
so.
yeah, I also do. How do you feel about pimento cheese sandwiches?
I don't even know. I've never had one.
You've never had one?
Nuh-uh.
So you can't put an opinion in on it?
I do not have an input.
There you go.
I'm personally not a big fan of pimento cheese.
No, we know that.
Yeah. Are there any other sports that you do like to play other than baseball or watch?
I love watching college football. College football is obviously a fan favorite. I feel like college football is great. Best atmosphere in sports. I feel like besides postseason MLB baseball. So yeah, definitely college football.
Yeah, and it's Bulldogs, right? Uh-oh.
What we got here?
I guess I'll go Bulldogs. I kind of just like watching. I'm not a huge
diehard
fan.
Okay.
Hey,
one of my friends I played JUCO with, his older brother is Stetson Bennett. So
these connections, man.
So he kind of turned me into a Georgia Bulldog, I should say. He more or less help me become a Georgia Bulldog. So I guess I'd say I'm more of a Georgia fan than anything else.
Oh, dude, that's literally
awesome.
You got all the connections through and through, up and down. Shout out to Stetson Bennett. Hopefully he can.
The mailman.
The mailman, and he delivered. We love him, Bacoodles. Hopefully he can make it up here in the NHL. I mean, not the NHL.
The NFL.
NFL, and make his mark. He's got a pretty good quarterback in Matthew Stafford to look behind. But yeah, what you looking at, John? What else we got?
We got a lot of games going on in the college baseball world, other than here, of course, in Carrollton this weekend against Jacksonville. Be there, be square. But we're talking top 25 here on D1 baseball. You have Arkansas as the current number 1 going against the Bulldogs of your Georgia Bulldogs this weekend, number 7, and then you got Florida State, Virginia Tech 9-25. You have 5-6 Tennessee, Ole Miss, LSU, Auburn 3-11. All I'm seeing, and then also Vanderbilt 17, Oklahoma 19. All I'm seeing here is SEC dominance. I mean, we run practically every sport in the SEC. As I say, it just means more.
It just means more. I'm glad you brought up our matchup with JU coming up. Brady, for some reason, do you have any kind of scoop on what's coming forward in this matchup? What should we be looking out for?
Not just a couple competitive games, just us going out there and playing the best we can. Lane Pearson's on the mound tonight. He's definitely going to give us another great performance. He's been, lights out this year. He's one of the best pitchers I've ever seen. He's a great person, great player. We're going to see him go out there and hopefully dominate, and they're going to see our offense go out there and compete and play well.
What is that? He has 1.86. There was a graphic.
1.82 or something like that at ERAs. I think what they said, 10th in the nation or something like that. So
gosh,
he can throw it. I mean, he sure can sling it. So he's doing great.
Brady, if we see a home run by Brady McDevitt this series, are we going to see a bat flip?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just depends on how well you slug it.
It depends on the situation. It depends on everything. It depends on everything. Probably not, but it just depends.
Hey, man, we'll look forward to it. You got any other closing things you'd like to say before we round it out?
No, just thank y'all for letting me come on here, and also shout out Knox Bennett. That's Bennett's brother. I forgot to say his name earlier. Shout out Knox. But no, that's about it. I appreciate y'all letting me come on here. And
dude, thank you for being on.
Fun, man.
It's been blast.
It's really fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've enjoyed it as well. Schrader, stay safe out there. To everybody watching, we appreciate all the love and support. We'll be sure to get out these lists out there for you to look at, these teams we drafted today. Mm-hmm. Other than that, have a great weekend. Wolf Sports Network is back. We are so happy to be here. See y'all next week, starting with Monday Sports Pack. See you then.